This episode of Jack is brought to you by Weaver Leather.
I've received quite a few questions about horses biting recently, and I'd like to go ahead and go back through some of the episodes of Jack and let you see, because I don't believe that biting is typically just a one-time occurrence. A lot of times there's either a lot of build-up to it or you've missed some signs along the way. 3 of the most common reasons that horses bite would be, number 1, if it feels trapped. So you can imagine if you caught a wild Mustang and it felt trapped because you put it in a small box and you went in with it, if it can't run away, it's going to fight. That could be kick or bite or strike. So biting is going to be a trapped response. The other 2 big ones that we see a lot more commonly would be either a horse biting because of a dominance type of a thing, like we saw in episode 9 with Jack, or biting due to pain. So if it's biting due to pain, that could be anything from ill-fitting saddle to a history of abuse, and the horse anticipates pain in a certain situation, and so the horse is reacting to that. But probably the most common one I see is more of a dominance one. Again, like we saw in episode 9, and then again in episode 12 of Jack. Because if you remember in episode 12 with Jack, what we saw was inside of episode 12, Jack was introduced to Popcorn, and inside of just that one episode, you saw everything happen that you would have seen happen with me and Jack from episode 1 till 9. Episode 1 till episode 9, Jack and I were having discussions. Okay, stay away from me, stay out of my space. I don't even want to let you close enough to find out if you're going to bite me, Jack. Then by the time we got to like episode 6, 7, 8, I was feeling more comfortable. I was letting him be closer in my space, and that's when episode 9 happened, and he actually went ahead and tried to take a bite at me. You can go back and watch the video and how I responded to it. Inside of episode 12, I turned Jack out with Popcorn, my gelding. And inside that episode, what you'll see is that Popcorn said, "Oh yeah, come on, you can be in my space," and he let Jack come right up into his space. And then what happened was really interesting, because Jack actually started taking little bites right away as soon as he got into space. Little nips, little nips, little nips. And I was amazed at how much Popcorn let him nip and bite. But then when it did get to a certain point, Popcorn started to draw that line. And if you go back and watch that video, you'll see that Popcorn really drew the line. I mean, he actually kicked him and caught him really hard. And then that's when you'll see Popcorn started to say, "Okay, look, buddy, stay out of my space." So Popcorn and I, we had the same type of thing. I'm a lot smaller, not as strong, so I said to Jack right away, "Stay out of my space until you earn the right to be close to me." Popcorn said, "Go ahead, be close to me." And then when Jack broke that confidence, he pushed him out of his space. We both had the same answer, which is getting Jack out of our space and getting control of him. And really the key to a horse that's having a biting issue because of a dominance thing is they have to be convinced that you are the leader. Let's go back and watch some episodes of Jack and see if you can see how I built that leadership with Jack.